today we're going to learn a simple dip made with chickpeas known as hummus. I use hummus for pita bread, pita chips, veggies, falafel, and sometimes I use it as a spread for most of the sandwiches I make. It's a very interesting recipe, and the best part about this recipe is that you can just make this recipe in 2 minutes with the canned chickpeas. But take that extra step, soak the chickpeas and boil them at home for the real good flavors. To bring the volume and thickness for this dip, I'll be using tahini, which is nothing but sesame seed paste. But you don't have to buy the tahini, especially when you're not going to use other than hummus. You can just use 2 tablespoons of white sesame seeds instead. So let's get started and see how to make this wonderful dip hummus. Here I have taken 1 cup of chickpeas which was soaked for overnight, and then the chickpeas are boiled in pressure cooker for 3 whistles. As I said, you can use tahini, so this is about 1/4 cup of tahini, or simply use about 2 tablespoons of white sesame seeds, 1 clove of garlic which is roughly chopped, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. You also need juice of 1 lime, 10 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So first, into my food processor, in goes the tahini, and lime juice. Now we'll run the processor for about 30 seconds, and that will help the tahini to beautifully thicken up. Now adding the chopped garlic, cumin powder, chickpeas, and I will add the olive oil in 2 batches. So now goes 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and finally 1/2 teaspoons of salt. Now we'll pulse this for about 30 seconds or until the hummus starts to look something like this. Now I will add 4 more tablespoons of olive oil. And some people like it thick and some people like it thin or medium consistency. So my version of hummus is going to be little thick. Most people like to dilute the hummus just by adding olive oil, but it is totally up to you. Today I will be adding 1/4 cup of water to dilute this hummus, but you can just add olive oil and bring it to the consistency you want. So in goes about 1/4 cup of water, and we'll run the mixture until I have coarsely ground hummus, and this is looking perfect. So everything goes into a plate, and we'll spread it out with a spatula like this. And for the lovely garnishing, we'll add some olive oil and some cooked chickpeas goes in there, and sprinkling some red chili powder to bring out some good vibrant color. And that's it. Our hummus is ready, and I have made some pita bread today. So we'll just keep the pita bread little inserted into the hummus, and that way it is easy to take a bite of pita bread along with some wonderful hummus. There you have a lovely hummus with some simple pita bread ready to begin. Wasn't that a quick recipe? And it is a dip to try for. If you want to know how I made pita bread, you can click on the pita bread image at the end of the video and you can learn how to make pita bread. And my next recipe will be how to make falafel. So if you don't want to miss the falafel recipe, all you got to do is just click on the subscribe button and get subscribed. Go to www.meghascookingchannel.com to get the complete written recipe with measurements and instructions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.